Hello, hello, Yash, how are you?
All good.
Nice to meet you. Very nice to meet you. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, nice. Yeah, I can hear you okay.
Yeah, perfect, perfect, perfect. I'm very grateful to have you on stream today.
Yeah, yeah, awesome. Thanks for having me.
So I'll give you a little introduction. I know you need no introduction, but I'll give you a little introduction. And then we'll just go through like a few questions because I know you don't really know much about like what we're doing, but long story short, I'm currently doing a 30-day marathon. So it's crazy, bro. So for 30 days, I've been degenerately gambling inside of the trenches, right? So I've been pumped for and researching different narratives. And I come from a venture capital background myself, so I'm able to identify great products, great narratives, and also great founders as well, and others as well. And opinion in terms of where you see the future of AI and what you feel about Launchpad. So, I know this is going to be a very, very good conversation. So don't hold back, okay? And yeah, without further ado, introduce yourself, and we'll take it from there.
Sure, sure. So yeah, I'm co-founder of SendAI and the broader Send ecosystem as well. So we started the Solana AI Hackathon 1.5 months ago, and the way it started was like it was completely a ecosystem approach where like we did everything bottoms up. So we had like 30 plus sponsors for the hackathon, and like sponsors like Gito, Meteora, and AI16Z, Cerebro. So all the top Solana ecosystem and AI project as the sponsors, and obviously like Solana Foundation as well. So we then started doing this hackathon, and somehow like we had like, a lot of people joining us, and we had like a bunch of interesting projects started applying for it. And when they started launching tokens, so all of them they started receiving a lot of attention because all these regions wanted to ape into this token first, and that's how Solana AI Hackathon became a platform where all of them can discover all the new AI projects, and that's how like the AI hackathon started growing more and more in popularity, particularly among the retail and the DJ side of the people. And obviously, like we had a very good set of judges. We had like people from like Kyle Saman from Multicon, and everybody from Solana, and like bunch of other of your favorite QLs as well. So like yeah, they were like very good judges part, and overall the entire hackathon came up very well. And right now, like we at SendAI are focusing on the or more Solana AI initiatives, and like Solana AI Hackathon was just a start. And we also have a live product called Solana Agent Kit, which is essentially a toolkit for connecting any agents to Solana. And we have been growing pretty fast. We have more than 14,000 NPM downloads for that package. And on GitHub also we have more than 750 stars and 350 folks and so on. So yeah, like we have been pretty doing well on the product side of the things as well. But yeah, we have a lot of other Solana initiatives coming up, and that's how we want to grow SendAI.
Yeah, I completely understand. So first of all, was absolute. It was genius, right? Because there was so many projects out there, especially in the AI space, that needed to connect and find like one place where they can connect with other founders and finally like be on a level playing field. And also it gave one key point of reference for people to actually look at in terms of investors. So it was really a direct channel to find new and innovative projects. Now, one thing I wanted to ask you is, what was your intentions behind it when you originally decided to create the Solana AI hackathon?
Yeah, so I think like the main reason behind that was at that time Solana wasn't a dominant chain for AI agents. There were like tokens like Vote on Solana, which was I think at that time sitting at like 700, 800 million market cap. AI 16 was at 150, 200 million. Also, there were like a lot of tokens on Solana, but there was no much activity on Solana as the agent chain. And on the base part, Coinbase, he was
Coinbase
very
had
much
their
focused on
yep,
AI.
yeah, they had
Yeah,
their agent
they had
kit.
the agent kit, and if you remember, like Jesse Paul, Brian Armstrong, they have been like tweeting a lot about AI agents. But on
Yeah.
Solana side, there wasn't much effort. So I even talked to Solana Foundation that like maybe we could just do something, and they weren't like that much focused on AI agents. So I thought like, what can I do as an individual? So I just like went ahead and like tweeted a random tweet. So it was like announcing Solana AI hackathon, and I announced $100K in prizes. And that time we didn't have that prize money as well. but that was necessary. Otherwise, like a lot of other ecosystem players wouldn't have come. And we announced that, and we got like viral after that. It's a lot of like quality people, including Solana main handle, quoted and retweeted, and QS like Anson, Jim, and everyone like
Crazy.
retweeted and supported me. And that was the most beautiful part. And the entire ecosystem came and supported, and this is a very good initiative. We should have a Solana AI hackathon. And in the next 5 days, we ended up raising $280 in sponsor prize money, and that was from 30 plus sponsors. So it wasn't that one sponsor giving all the money. And the median ticket size of the sponsor was $5K. So that's how like, we managed to have a very good prize money for our hackathon. And when we had a very good prize money and very good names, all the projects also wanted to participate. So yeah, that was how the Solana hackathon was
That's
started, and it was primarily that we wanted to make Solana the exchange.
that's crazy because it always gives me like the buzz with Solana because unlike other chains and other ecosystems, the Solana ecosystem when they need to band together, they band together, you know, and they support each other. So it's crazy to see that you had such huge support. And I seen that tweet. Like that tweet got hundreds of thousands of views.
Yeah, I think like it had more than 300, 400K views and more than 1,000. Like the good thing was it was all quality interaction that we
Mm-hmm.
entirely raised all the sponsor money from that single tool. So like that time I got to know that like whenever that's the power of Twitter, and like, you can actually raise lot of sponsor money just from Twitter itself.
Massive, massive. And what's your vision for the future? Because I seen that tweet that you put out. One thing I really admire about you is that you actually decided to reveal the truth of the space. Like you wasn't sat there at the top like, okay, I've completed my part. You know, let me I know cash in. You know how founders are. Sometimes people are like, okay, give me supply and I'll do this for you and I'll do that for you. You didn't do none of that. What you did is you put everything on the table. You said, look, this is the space. People are aping into bullshit. You know, a lot of people are going to be leveraging this narrative, and most of them are going to die, right? And I really, really, really like enjoyed that tweet. So tell me a little bit more and maybe explain it for some people that are watching this as well.
Yeah, sure. So, obviously, when we started the hackathon, we didn't anticipate that this would become like such a speculation arena where everyone would start aping tokens. And it was very mentally harassing for the founders as well. So, few founders did launch token, but someone created a clone of their token, and
Yeah.
then like they started pumping it. And now these founders were very much forced to launch the token. So I was like, okay, like, this isn't right, and we wanted to do hackathon to do something good for the ecosystem. We didn't mean that like okay, then you should launch token and then this becomes like a gambling arena. So I think it's good to call out like before we launch the results and that like this is happening, and also gives advice to the founders that you shouldn't basically be on the pressure of random legions who are just like telling you to launch a token, and so you should launch a token. You should focus more on the long term things, and we are here to build things for the long term for years and decades, and not like for a few months or few days. So I was like, okay, let me voice it out. And the entire thing was that we just wanted that projects focus more on the longer term vision. You can't just launch a token and you get an exit and so on. And to be honest, like getting exit for founders isn't that easy as well. The moment you even sell like a small amount of token, people will start crying that
It's
they have
game
sent the
over.
token. So yeah, like it's a rug pull, and like yeah, people will start crying. And as a dev now, you don't have money to even sustain yourself, and you can't
Yes.
even sell your own tokens. So that
Yeah.
way, like you are kind of stuck in that situation. So I think like it's very important for founders to do something very on a longer term. So that's why like I voiced out this article that like it's very important that we focus more on the longer term
Yes.
and don't like just be on a pressure with like few regions who want to just aim into your tokens and so on. So because at the end of the day, it's like kind of a gambling arena. Like the whole crypto is like a gambling arena. But at the end, like everyone, we as an individual just hope that like something long term comes out of it.
Yeah, 100%. I completely agree. It's like the biggest online casino in history that we're experiencing, and it's 24/7, the highest ROI possible. Like, you can't go on a slot machine and hit 1,000x, but you can go on Pump Fund and you can hit 1,000x. So it's like there's so much liquidity there, but because it's so fast moving, it turns people into like crazy DJs. Like, even I get DMs all the time, like crazy people feeding for all types of different things, and I really appreciate how you leveled out the playing field there. So another question is, what is your vision for the future of SendAI and Solana Agent Kit?
Sure. So for Solana Agent Kit, we currently are focusing on the supply side of the things. By supply, I mean more and more protocols integrated. So right now we have top protocols of Solana team like Jupiter, Gito, Meteora, Orca, Radium, Pong.Fun, and so on. So we have more than 25 protocol integrations. We want to ensure that all the Solana protocols get integrated into Solana Agent Kit. So what that will enable is that now any agent who wants to build on top of Solana Agent Kit, they will get access to all the protocols. And when we are integrating these protocols, we are doing official partnerships with them. So these are the teams who are themselves integrating. So all the 25 protocols which you right now see on the Solana Agent Kit, they have integrated themselves. And the reason it was possible is that like, we have been in the Solana ecosystem for 3 years, and I've been like in touch with all the ecosystem teams. So our plan is that all the ecosystem teams comes and join us in our agentic revolution, and that they get into integrated into Solana agent kit. And once they are integrated, then a lot of agent builders can access all these protocols in a single toolkit. And we have a lot of AI integrations as well. So we have OpenAI integration, we have DALI integrations, and then we also have LangChain. So a lot of AI frameworks integrations as well. And we'll be soon integrated into AI 16's ELIZA framework, and we have been talking to Cerebro, Zerify, and we'll be also adding Python support to our framework. So that way, like it would be a very full stack thing, and we want to get integrated into all the things because we are complementary to other frameworks. We aren't a competitor to a framework. So that way, like it would be a very powerful toolkit where any agents can access all of these tools in a single way. So yeah, that's our vision on the Solana agent kit, that we want to enable more and more agent developers to access Solana protocols in a faster way and also get all the AI integration in one way. And so currently, like we are going slow. We aren't like much focusing on the AI agent developers. And obviously, like, we have more than 150 agent developers, and 14,000 npm downloads is like a proof that like people are using this
It's
toolkit.
huge.
But currently we are focusing on the supply side because we know that once your supply side will be unstoppable in the demand side. And AI agent developers wouldn't have any other choice rather than just integrating this toolkit. So that's on the toolkit side of the things we believe. And then we'll focus also on the value of it. So right now it's a completely 100% free open source public good. But once we have enough more, then we can think of like, okay, if agents wants to get listed on this toolkit, you will have to pay some fees to get listed on the toolkit. And once you are in our registry, you get all access to agent communication and so on. So I think like that's when the value accrual part will come in. But currently we are very focused on growing this toolkit and making sure it serves as a very good public good for the ecosystem. So on that was on the Solana agent kit. Now on the SendAI. So SendAI is now after the Solana hackathon, we have now entire ecosystem of projects. So there are like a lot of aspiring projects who wants to build different AI agent projects. So we have an entire community of that. Then we have a community of all the sponsors, so very established projects like Jupiter, Gito, Meteora, AI16Z, and all of that. And then we also have a ecosystem of all the top QLs and judge who are the judges of the hackathon and all the top VCs as well. So we are also planning a VC demo day sometime later this week, which will be focused entirely on top tier one VCs. So that's another alpha for the people here. So and after like once we have a whole ecosystem here, we can then keep doing like a lot of things for the ecosystem. As well as whenever we launch our own platform or product, we'll get an instant distribution from this ecosystem. So that's our plan. That like, we want to create and grow the whole ecosystem first, and then we'll start accruing value. So it's basically first growing the pie, and then think of eating the pie rather than like you just like start fighting over your a smaller pie. So that's how like we are thinking over this thing.
That's a very smart way of putting it, because at the end of the day, if you build the foundation, if you make the partnerships first, and you build the infrastructure to where it's like, okay, you know, the Solana Agent Kit is your one-stop shop. You don't have to go and figure out how to make all the connections and bulk test all these things, because it looks easy when you see the Twitter post and you say, oh, I built this bot with ChatGPT. But when you go and you put that same script in, it doesn't work, right? So it's good that people can hop in, they can get direct access to things like Jupyter, they can use things like APY, right, and code with Python, and easily make scripts to make bots and make them communicate with each other. So I really do understand that. And when it comes to the hackathon side of things, what is your what is your mindset with that? So I understand SendAI, I understand when it comes to obviously what we've already accomplished. What are the next steps for it, right? Because I know people are going to be excited to see another one, right? For the DJs that are watching this, you know how they are. DJs are like every day, the next thing, the next thing, the next thing. So, what are your next steps for another big hurrah, another big finale for that?
Yeah, so we won't be doing any hackathon for the near future. But we are planning like bunch of builder initiatives like VC demo days. We're also thinking of a unified grants program for all the builders. That's why like we keep building the builder ecosystem and we have a very good like developer community. And we want to like nurture all these people. So we are also thinking of like maybe like we launch a AI agents curated incubator where we incubate certain AI agents projects, and this will be very curated and not just like we launch another launchpad, because there are already a lot of AI agent launchpads, and if you have a launchpad, it will mostly produce very homogeneous and commoditized agents, and you don't want that thing to be happen. We want to work with like specific agent builders and work with them on in launching properly. So that's how, and then we solve the curation of this agents problem and all of that. So that will come later down the line. But in short term, we are like currently just focusing on like building that developer community and builders community from with which whom we can work, and that's why like we are currently focusing on the public goods of the ecosystem, where we like build bunch of products which are more on the public good side, or which are more on the community side of the things, and that's how like we end up like building a sustainable builders community. So that's our number one focus for now. And then like obviously we have our product like Solana Agent Kit, which will keep growing and keep thinking of like how we can do value accrual there. And maybe like we might also end up working on like different other frameworks or infra product as well. So we'll be also setting them up and sending a research lab pretty soon. So that in that like basically we'll be having a bunch of AI researchers who will be working on like how Solana and AI can be combined, and then like they can come up with different other frameworks or different other infra products. So but again, like that's a longer term thing. That's not we are planning to do it is let's say in 15 days or 1 month.
Yeah.
That will come in like few months, and it will take time. Like research is something which take time. Like, it can't be in like few days. So yeah, like we are not here for small pump and dump and so on. Like we just want to build for the longer term. And anyway, like we are here. Like we have been in the space for long term. So we want to focus for the next few years and not just few months.
Yeah, and working from grassroots, right? One thing that you mentioned is that, like you said, you're not just here for quick pump and dumps. When it comes to, some of these projects, especially like you said, when it comes to some of these launch pads, a lot of them end up being like chat GPT wrappers, or they're just launching a quick product and the token doesn't really even make sense with what they're building. But what I really like is the infrastructure projects, especially in Solana, the fact that they all start working together. You have like Arc. I think Arc also started working with Solana Agent Kit, right?
Yeah, so Art would be working with us on the brand side of things, that like they would have, so they have a handshake program, Arc handshake program, so they would be working with us on the developer side of things, because we have a very good Rust community as well, and Arc wants Rust developers since their framework is in Rust, so we want to enable them to bridge that gap. That's one thing, and then like we'll be also working on Rust part of our toolkit pretty soon, and once that is done, like that will be integrated into Arc natively. So we might be even working with Arc on the Rust toolkit. So that's still like to be decided. But yeah, like we have good partners with them, and we have a long term partners where we keep working on different things together. And at the same time, like, we want to grow this pie together and like bring more and more Rust developers to the ecosystem. And good thing is like Solana is a Rust friendly chain. Like you
Yeah,
develop
massive.
contracts in Rust. So yeah, that's why like we have a good synergy, that we are currently the Solana AI leader and they are the Rust framework leader, and we have a lot of synergies here. So yeah, Arc is one of the partners. We also have Zerebro as the partners, and then Bully or Dolly and Launchpad as a partner. Then we have AI16Z as a partner. So yeah, like we want to work with everyone and contribute wherever possible, because we love open source products and we want to make sure that we have a good thriving AI ecosystem. Then we will think of like, okay, who wins the race, but right now there's no point of uh, like deciding who wins the race. It's about like growing
Of
the
course.
pie first and then figuring out who wins the race.
Of course, because it's like there's two ways of thinking. Like some people are stuck in this mindset of like competition. They always have to be the best. Like I'm better than this, and we're the biggest and this is best, you know. And then other people think about collaboration. Collaboration will always be competition. You know?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So last question, right? Last question. I know you're busy. I know you got things to do. One thing I always like to ask founders, especially in the Solana space, is where do you see AI and Solana, or even just crypto, heading in the future? What's your mindset? Not just in like 6 months. I know you're a long term guy, so give me the long term, 6 years vision, like something outlandish. How far do you reckon we can go?
Oh yeah, I think so. Right now, I would say we are in the phase one of Solana AI agent space, where 99% projects are fraud, and you can see that a lot of projects even rugging, or a lot of projects not even releasing their product, and still the token is at higher market cap. So there are cases, and that's completely fine because out of all this speculation, and once we see one crash, all the fraud would be washed away, and then we will see like real projects emerge out of it who are building up for longer term. And it's all about like surviving all these crashes. And then we'll enter the wave two of the Solana AI space. And I would say like it would come in, let's say, next 4 or 5 months. And in that wave two, we'll start getting more and more utility based agents where this agents will like actually do tasks which are useful for you. They can do airdrop farming for you, or they can just go and a random meme coins for you on pump.fund. So they can do some real tasks, and they even act autonomously where you just give capital to them and then they decide where to put money and where not to put money. But
Exactly. Yes. That.
yeah,
Yes. Yes, bro. Because it's like people don't have enough time to trade meme coins. You know, they don't have enough
yeah.
time to trench, or people don't want to even reply to their emails. You know, the real agents that do something that don't just post on Twitter. Like everybody's bored of the agent that just posts on Twitter.
Yeah, so in fact, so one of my friends is building currently an LP agent, which essentially does automatically liquidity provision in protocols like Meteora, Orca, and Radium. So the problem is that like you now have to go and choose which meme coin you want to aim, and then you will also have to figure out like what the range this should be and how should you LP and so on. But that agent does that automatically, and obviously the profitability is still very unknown. Like it has been performing good on the training phase of it, and it's doing really good. But we don't even know like how it will work in production and so on. So I think like in the coming months, like there would be like a lot of training to it, and once it has been trained in a lot of data, I think like it can start doing like good LPing.
Yeah,
And even like these agents won't be like all the agents can't be profitable. Other like if entire agents are profitable, why do we even need humans or traders?
of course.
So yeah, it would be like some agents are good at some things, and once you combine all of these agents, then you can have a like good setup of agents like who are doing specific tasks. So every agent would be very good in a particular task. So let's say helping someone would be very good in like just meme quest sniping. So and that's how you can train a good agent. And then there would be like few agents which basically delegate tasks to all these agents, and that's what the concept of swarm or agent orchestration is. That they keep delegating tasks to different agents. So yeah, that's what like excites me also a lot, that there will be like different utility based agents, and all of these agents would be like aggregating this all utility based agents, and we'll be like seeing this pretty soon. Obviously, right now the most of the projects are, you can say, fraud, but once that's been wiped up, like we'll see real projects. Who, and also I think like a lot of AI research are still yet to come to crypto, and when they come to crypto, they will start doing like a lot of interesting things, and then we will get like really good agents which are much more fine tuned to crypto data and so on. So I think like there's a lot of potential in this space, and we are still like very early in this space, and there's still like a lot of noise. Once we cut through all this noise, we'll get like some really good utility agents. So that's what like I'm most excited about.
I appreciate you. Well, look, me too. I'm very grateful for your time, and I appreciate you coming on the show. Anytime you want to come, you're welcome. Just hit me up. You can hop on. Thank you very much. Do you have anything else left to say or anything like this?
No, I think like just like if you want to, you can follow me on Twitter. I just keep posting like random stuff here, and also like maybe some alpha as well. So yeah, like if you want, you can follow me on Twitter. Apart from that, yeah, best of luck for whatever you guys are doing.
Thank you very much, Frankie. I appreciate you too. And yeah, let's keep in touch. Hit me up. I also have some interesting things and interesting ideas that I'll be able to share with you as well. I'll hit you up on Twitter.
Awesome, awesome. Okay then, nice. Thanks for having me, and yeah, nice catching you.
You too, man. Wow. Wow, chat. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Where's the horn? Where's my horn? Where's my horn? Wait. Wait. Do I still have it? Wait. We need something for that. We need something for that. Wow. I can't even hit that anymore. Bomber clot. You know there's levels. There's levels, chat. Levels, chat. I see one guy in the chat being stupid how to ban him. Right? Levels. Right? He could have milked the whole entire market, you know. This guy could have milked the whole entire market, but he didn't. Kept it real. Do you know one thing he says? He said, look, before we get onto the meme coin part, he goes, look, we're going to purify the space. The real will outlast the fake. Long term, good projects thrive. I'm building a foundation. I'm making partnerships with all these little projects. You already know the drill, right? Shout out Yash. Shout out Yash. Wow. And Alpha as well. Actually dropped Alpha. For those people listening closely, you'll know the Alpha that he mentioned. If you wasn't paying attention, you need to rewind that back.